Hello YouTube, how's everyone doing? It's Professional here. Welcome back to my playthrough of Sniper Elite 5 France. And on this part, we're going to do Mission 7. We are approaching near the end of the game, and I think this mission is probably going to be the hardest mission in the game, just looking at it. Secret weapons. It looks to me like that place from the trailer with the V2 rockets. That's probably what this place is. This looks like the biggest map in the game so far. And this is probably going to be the hardest mission yet. So apparently Operation Kraken is being produced here. And if you guys enjoy this series, please do drop a like on it. It does help me out, help the channel out, and the algorithm. For people wondering, after Sniper Elite, I'll be doing Sniper Elite V2, and I'll probably be playing another crime game, probably Scarface. So I do have, a crime game coming up. But anyways, let's take a look at this right here. Oh, okay, wait 1 second here. Continue. Okay, weird. It was choosing the Atlantic Wall. Okay, this one, but this, look at this map. This map looks massive, and it looks like it's really well fortified. So, investigate Operation Kraken, June 12th, 1944. All intelligence pointed at Kraken's command center being inside the facility's inner bunker. Infiltrate the interior of the base and put a stop to whatever Obergruppen Führer Moller's master plan is. Okay, so I'm going to be running the Springfield, and I changed up the Springfield completely, so you see this, I got a much better scope on this thing now, 14 magnification on it, power and muzzle velocity is really high right now, so muzzle velocity 1010 meters per second, that's insane. So basically, if you fire this gun that I've upgraded, if you fire this thing, this is basically, goes 2/3 of a mile in 1 second. So in basically probably 1.5 seconds it would hit a mile. That's how fast that bullet travels. So let's do this right now, and what are we gonna run for SMGs? For SMGs, you know what? We'll bring the Sten with us. This is a new gun that we just unlocked, and we'll take subsonic rounds too. Let's see, what do we got? Nah, I don't like scopes on SMGs. Just like iron sights. Am I one of the few people that likes iron sights? Because people always like, reticles and stuff, but I always like iron sights instead of, like, scopes and stuff. Except for sniper rifles. Let's see here. We'll do the one with control. Gonna need a suppressor on this. The thing with the Sten, this is a British SMG. It was very easy to manufacture. It wasn't an expensive gun. And the thing about the Sten is this was dropped into occupied France, so they had dropped this for the resistance. The French resistance used the Sten a lot. Okay, faster recoil recovery. Okay, we'll use that. And let's see here. We'll do control. I want, max accuracy on this thing. Okay. And using the Model D, is my pistol here. Oh, and I can get us another special ammo. Take soft points with us. Okay, let's do this.
With Dupont-sur-Douve liberated, an Allied path into France is secured, and Operation Overlord marches on against the Nazis. It's time to put an end to Operation Kraken. Marie's reconnaissance reveals a heavily defended weapons research facility. Her intel shows a lake, and Nazi scientists testing something big.
Yeah, so this looks like the place from the trailer.
Operation Kraken being coordinated from a war room deep inside the central facility. The perimeter will be tough to breach, but I need to find a way in. Time to find out what Operation Kraken is really all about.
Come on, Monsieur Shadow. We are so close now. Destroy this base and Operation Kraken is finished.
Simple enough.
You can do this.
Easy for you to say.
A few times we see Karl laugh. Oh wow, he's gonna jump on the train.
Rendezvous.
See you on the other side, Chevalier.
Wow, he could have easily broken some bones doing that.
Whatever's left of Kraken, it's here. Time to end this.
So I wonder if this is gonna be the hardest
There's
sniper
the
elite
base,
mission of
just
all
like
time
Marie
now.
said. The perimeter is heavily defended.
My God, look at that
I'm
place.
sure I'll
It's
find a way
massive.
in, though.
What's this? Praise that. What is this? Praise that Operation Kraken and the war will be over soon. Okay. Let's get this guy here then.
This fella's got something.
Got him. Probably gonna be in his teeth.
Be harder to spot me in that grass. I wonder what they were carrying.
Potential perimeter breach. Confirm and eliminate. June 12, 1944. Attention all personnel. Obernsturmbannführer Führer Kranj has provided us reports of resistance activity in the forest and the boundaries of our facility. The intruder was sighted around the waterfall near a tracking station upriver of our lake testing area. Scour the area, find the operative, and shoot them on sight. The Allies cannot be allowed to find our work here. Brigandenführer Klemp.
I can take advantage of this.
Resistance scouts were spotted near the waterfall. So this is why you want to look for documents, because of stuff like this. See here. Resistance scouts were spotted near the waterfall. Searchlight. Oh crap. That's a Jaeger trooper. Cars above the bridge too. Oh wait. Wow, look at this. That's the flag of Free France. Right underneath the German base. Custom 1911. Nah, I got this. I'm happy with this gun. Satchel charge. That might be helpful. Oh, and a decoy. This I'm definitely gonna take. Okay, so I put on an overpressure magazine. This is what I put on here. Now, damage is going to be a little bit more. So, this pistol, I know the Model D can go through helmets. Whoa, 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 whoa. That's a sniper. Get out of here. Jaeger trooper, but okay, wait. I'm gonna fall back a little bit here. Okay, let's see if we can get a shot on that sniper. Get some subsonic rounds in too. Oh, crap. Got him. Okay, sniper's down. Got a guy right there near the road, but I don't know if I want to kill him. And the reason I probably might not want to kill him is because if I do kill
Place this
him,
high up. Must be using it to
cars
track
might come by the
launch
road.
data. If I take this place out, they'll lose any data they've been tracking.
What? Let's just get rid of him. Oh. I have to deal with the searchlight operator and fast. Perfect, okay. Oh, there's somebody else too? Oh, him.
Looks like he's carrying something.
He is, okay. Well, we'll get that from him in a moment. Found castle tower key, okay.
Can't find anything else.
Clean this up. Let's get these guys off the road. I like how I still see the bullet hole in his head. Nice little detail there. Guess we could climb here? Okay. Oh, right there. Okay.
Angeblich hat er Magenprobleme und sitzt ständig auf dem Klo.
Running down to the train station at night. These conversations aren't just generic, they're important a lot of times.
Was macht er denn da? Ist das mit dem Trinken so schlimm geworden?
Wenn nicht, kann es nur noch eins sein. Er versucht mit Reinholz zu schmuggeln. Wenn er glaubt, dass er damit durchkommt, ist er ganz schön dumm.
Aber so blöd, das zu versuchen, kann er doch nicht sein.
Er hat in letzter Zeit eine Heidenangst. Die Alliierten kommen. Da ist er vielleicht so bescheuert.
Smuggling something near the train tracks.
Gut, wenn ich mich noch einmal von diesem aufgeblasenen Schwätzer rumkommandieren lassen muss.
Dann wirfst du ihn den Berg runter.
Just one more, then that tower's coming down.
That tower is okay. Radio tower in the area. Let's try to see if we can drop these guys quietly here. Okay, found castle tower key, okay. Another one down. Oh, he's going. Who was suspicious over there? I'm a bit confused. What the? Oh, up there. There we go.
What's he carrying?
Damn, I'm trying to get a clean shot on him, but he keeps moving. One more. Okay, I can open this.
The radio equipment will be in here. Can take it out at the source from here.
Okay, there we go. Generator looks like, okay. That guy that was in front of the gate, I gotta get rid of him. Clean up his body because the trucks are gonna come by and they're gonna see the body.
Might be carrying something important.
Okay, let's get him off the road here. And you guys are probably wondering what kind of German uniforms are these? What type of soldiers are these? These guys are Fallschirmjägers, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, which these are German paratroopers, some of those elite of the German army, though they are part of the German Air Force. They weren't part of the Wehrmacht. They were part of the Luftwaffe. And these guys, the German paratroopers, were ruthless. They were some of the most evil, cold-blooded guys in the German army. They did horrible massacres, and they would just drop in and massacre entire villages. Their raids were just really horrible. Okay. Sabotage? I can't... I wasn't even able to, Okay, it didn't give me a notification to, break that. Oh, there's a way in here, too. Okay, I could break the generator. Oh, crowbar would take that.
Okay, this will help.
But I would rather bring down the tower.
Submachine gun. Short controlled bursts. Capsule has to open to fire the V2. Break.
Prufstand release hatch must be calibrated precisely. June 12, 1944. As reported, the Prufstands are functioning well in our lake, but our stealth plating tests in the channel give weight to the fears of salt versus freshwater corrosion in the field. The payload must be kept secure during travel. To that end, the release hatch must maintain its pressurization throughout any long-distance sea voyages. If the hatches are secured following the exact operational guidelines, there should be no problem at launch. The slightest error margin can lead to catastrophic misfire. Once calibrated, the Prufsten's hatches are not to be exposed to undue stress where possible. Might take advantage
The
of that.
release mechanism should cause a misfire. Have this thing take itself out.
Shoot weak point. Well, there's nowhere higher that I can go. Is there like bolt cutters anywhere? Because if I could just find bolt cutters, I could just... I'd rather honestly bring the tower down. I wouldn't want to break the generator. It's kind of boring. Okay, what do we got here? Let's see. Shoot weak point.
Just one more, then that
Okay.
tower's coming down.
Wow, that was a lot of fall damage. Yeah, tower's unstable now. Okay, oh, armor-piercing rounds. Put that in. There we go. Wait, what the... Okay, didn't I break that cable just now? I did, didn't I? That's weird. I was literally just there. And I smashed that cable. Weird. Okay. If not, I'll just have to break the generator if this, Yeah, okay, I guess it glitched out, a little disappointing. Put subsonic back in. Okay, let's take care of the generator then. This will get rid of our first bonus objective here.
Generator's out of action. Now this is just one big pile of scrap metal.
Okay, tower's gone. Okay. Start moving over there then. Sabotage the capsule release hatch. And where is the okay, the scientist, Dr. Christian Jungers, infamous V2 engineer, reports place him in the base as part of an inspection routine for Kraken's weaponry. If the opportunity arises, kill him. Okay. It said kill him with a V2. Oh, there's no way to... Oh, man, I didn't think that drop was gonna be... Oh, I could've just climbed down there. Oh, that sucks. I didn't think that drop was gonna hurt that bad. Those bolt cutters over there could possibly be... No, not bolt cutters. My God, look at that place. I haven't even gotten near the main base.
He's carrying something very useful.
We got a boat in the water too. Yeah, a lot of you guys I've seen in the comments have been comparing this to Ghost Recon and Assassin's Creed, but I don't like to, you know, compare games. I always like to think of games having their own unique identity, but there aren't really many World War II games out there like this one. It's, you know, when you think about it, it's, you know, the problem isn't World War II, too many World War II games. The problem is nobody makes good World War II games anymore. That's the problem.
Running low
Come
on
on.
ammo.
Okay. Trying to get him in the head, but I missed. Okay. Okay, those guys are leaving. Actually, that's good. Bolt cutter's perfect. Come back for this in a moment. Oh, that's an SS officer. We're not gonna be able to melee. You can't melee them from the front.
Interesting.
Accommodation to be made to speed up his visit. June 12, 1944. Attention all personnel. Dr. Christian Jungers will be on site to review the latest results from the A4B prototype aerodynamic tests. While this is the primary purpose of his visit, he will first be making a stop in the blockhouse interior as per his own request to check in on certain operational procedures. After he has done that, the prototype in the rocket relapse will be the focus of his trip, and where anyone can find him if needed. Dr. Junglers is an old friend of Alban Gruppen of Führer Moller and is here per his request. He should be treated accordingly. Brigand then Führer Klempt.
Certainly
Okay.
take advantage of this.
Check that sniper's body because he had something on his body too.
You never know what a body can be hiding.
Potential perimeter breach confirmed and eliminated. Attention all personnel. Obersturbannführer Kranj has provided us reports of resistance activity in the forest and the boundaries of our facility. The intruder was sighted around the waterfall. Okay, haven't we already read this one? Bit confused. I think I've read this one already, haven't I? Okay. An armory on site, okay. Shoot hatch. What am I hitting? That thing? Armor piercing rounds. I got these here. There we go. Goodbye, boat. What is that back there?
Was meinst du? Wie lange dauert das wohl, bis die alle weg sind?
Die Züge. So schnell wie die Alliierten an Boden gewinnen, haben wir uns vorher schon längst zurückgezogen.
That's a really far shot. Okay.
Long grass. It's a better place to hide.
What am I supposed to take a shot at here? I guess we'll go around.
I want what he's carrying.
Documents. Okay. How would I get up there now? I could just kill with a regular round. There's no other enemies nearby. Okay, there we go. He's down. Another one eliminated. Okay. Intruder. Okay, is it the same document again? It's... Okay, so it looks like it's the same document that a few soldiers are carrying. Okay, we're gonna go back down here. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to get a different shot on this guy.
Jemand irgendwas gemeldet, Siebert? Vielleicht haben Sie ja Glück. Wir werden unsere Bemühungen verdoppeln. Ich will absolut sicher sein. Ich weiß, dass ich was in der Nähe des Wasserfalls gesehen habe.
Bei allem Respekt, sind Sie da wirklich sicher? Einige der Männer haben ihre Zweifel.
Die können Sie gerne haben. Es wäre schön, wenn mir jemand das Gegenteil beweist, aber falls die Resistance es gefunden hat, haben wir schon bald ganz andere Probleme.
Bitte?
Die Resistance es gefunden hat, sind die Alliierten nicht gleich. Und unsere gesamte Arbeit fällt ihnen in die Hände.
Ludwig Kranj. Oh, that's him. The guy in the documents. Adamant he caught sight of a resistant saboteur by the waterfall near a castle. Has his men sweeping the area to find proof. Oh, we're gonna take him out. Okay. There's a machine gun nest in there too. Okay. What the? What? Okay. Okay, I'm not gonna count that as me being detected, because that was just weird. What just happened there.
I think I've grabbed all I can.
Yeah, that was just weird. Yeah, I don't know. I was trying to melee him. It didn't give me the option. Oh, a Panzerfaust. Satchel charge. Okay.
Tanks. Damn. Should be able to sneak by them in those trenches.
Crap. Whoa, whoa. Okay. Let's move.
Nearly out of bullets.
Great. Stupid grenade. Get out of here. We'll take care of that tank. Great, did it. Boom. Okay. And the tank's done too. Still gonna get a guy in the machine gun. What the? Wait, no, this is. I gotta get out of here. Okay. Blow up that truck.
Damn it. Almost out of ammo.
Come on, blow up.
That's all.
Okay, I really needed this. Oh no. Okay, well, at least what we found in that, what we found inside that little bunker isn't gonna go to waste. Oh, I'm gonna have to run around all the way over here now. Ah, whatever. Still got like 29 armor-piercing rounds. Those should help. This thing, Panzerfaust. Pick some of these guys off one by one because there's a bunch of them now looking for me.
Panzerfaust. It's going to get loud. Great. These guys over here aren't giving me a break. Where's my Panzerfaust? Okay. What is he doing? Okay. Okay, there's a few more shots on this. That tank's done. Come on, turn your turret. I just don't want to shoot it when it's facing. I don't want to shoot the tank when the turret is facing me. Out of here.
One more shot. Right in the engine. It's exposed. There we go. It's done. Two Tiger 2s we took out. Ooh, man.
No more to find here.
Okay, med kits, bandage, that's gonna be helpful. Okay, perfect. That's a lot of stuff to heal ourselves with. My God. Look at this. Okay. I'm not gonna be able to do anything over there. There's no chance.
I can use this grass to hide. This must be the V2 wind tunnel. Jungers is due to visit here. Bound to be intel here that command can put to good use. Jungers. Right where the intel placed him. SOE want him dead. Hate to disappoint him. Now this guy's got something I want.
Ja, ich weiß, Herr Jungers, aber...
What does it say about him? Dr. Christian Jungers, renowned rocket scientist, failed brain surgeon, pivotal to the advances in V2 developments. Okay, there's the scientist that we have to kill, but we gotta be careful because there's just so many guys here.
Fantastisch! Sie haben jetzt wohl deinen Luxus wiedergefunden. Ausgezeichnet.
Ja, ja, sehr gut. Sollen wir uns jetzt den Prototyp anschauen? Oder möchten Sie erst was trinken?
Sicherheitsüberprüfungen vergeudet. Gehen wir schnell zum Prototypen, dann sehen wir weiter.
There's so many of them in here too. Weapons lab key, okay. What's this?
V2. That can't be good. Gotta find where they're storing any test data. Grab what I can find for the boys in SOE.
Okay. What's the objective? Kill him with the V2. How do I go about doing that?
Wir machen beständige Fortschritte. Mit der Zeit kommt es zu geringen Abnutzungen, aber das können wir mit Ihren vorgeschlagenen Änderungen ausgleichen.
An das gesamte Personal. Die Gerüchte über Vorstöße der Alliierten waren übertrieben. Arbeiten Sie normal weiter. Halten Sie sich jedoch vorsichtshalber Abreise.
I should probably kill everyone up on this floor. Kill him with the V2 rocket.
Tragflächen sorgen für Auftrieb und Reichweite. Irgendwann kommt das Ding sowieso runter.
Oh, I see. I see.
Der aktuelle Prototyp muss noch angepasst werden.
Wings
Wir müssen
convert
das
speed
Gewicht
and altitude
gleichmäßiger
and lift
verteilen.
and range.
Die
They'll be
Stabilität
slower.
ist weiterhin das
That's a
Problem.
real-life rocket, V2
Da müssen wir eine
rocket.
Lösung
Much further
finden.
though.
Vielleicht Katapulte.
Drop
Das hat
it
schon mal
right on him.
funktioniert.
Oh, right up there, look. There's a winch up there.
Welchen Punkt verbrennen wir das alles, bevor die Alliierten es finden?
Okay, this is gonna be good. Killing a Nazi rocket scientist with his own rocket. This is gonna be good. Is there anyone up here with me? No, there isn't. Okay, just gotta wait for him to go back underneath the rocket. Now. Hopefully he moves back underneath the rocket again. Okay, so guys, I don't know if there's a glitch or something. I had to reload a save, but he will actually just sit in that office for just some time, and I don't think he comes out of it to go back underneath the missile. So I found another way to get rid of him.
Wings convert speed and altitude into lift and range.
Okay, so here.
They'll be slower.
Take a look at
but
this.
travel further. How much further?
Oops.
Killed by his own weapon. That's Junger's off the list. Cross another one off the list. Job's done.
Okay, that's it for him. He's dead. Okay. Nazi rocket scientist got crushed by his own rocket. I'm actually surprised it didn't blow up, but I guess because it's not armed.
Looks like this is where the V2 test data is gathered. Time to give it a new home. Designs take into account.
Potential perimeter breach. Confirm and eliminate. Okay. The latest proposals from Penamunde are performing well in our simulations, with the expected losses in speed being compensated by gains in a rocket, lift, and range. While this shows promise, the reality of our situation must be acknowledged. If the resources required to create an A9 were an issue previously, then the same remains true of our A4B models. The war effort has higher priorities. If Kraken proves to be a success, the very need for A4Bs comes into question. We must find a reliable source of raw materials for these to be viable going forward.
But increasing scarcity of resources, aiming to retain V2 range in the event of a retreat. Ammo's not gonna last much longer.
Take care of him. Okay. That's it for him there. Oh, this was his office here. Might be something in here, too. Doesn't look like it. Okay.
Can't find anything else.
Okay, I guess he's the other body
Something
then.
tells me this body is worth searching.
Master Dome Key. Attention all personnel, Dr. Christian Jungers will be on site to review the latest results. Okay, we've looked at this before, so this is a duplicate of the previous note. Man, that was probably the most satisfying kill in the game, is to drop that on top of him. Okay. Raid Weapons Lab. Okay.
Oh, was für ein Tag. Ich freue mich schon auf mein Bier. Was?
Yeah, we've already checked out these rooms here. Where does this go? Outside? Yeah, outside. Okay. What is this? This is a tank. They're developing new tanks here. Prototype tank blueprints. What is that?
Advanced anti-tank weaponry.
That's a picture of a
Weapons
tiger.
lab must be working on ways to push us back into the ocean. Command will want to see this. Guess I grabbed everything useful.
Let's clean this up here.
Anti-tank weaponry. Experimental armor-piercing ammunition. Command can put all this to use for our side.
Where does this go? Oh, this is outside. Okay. What's this over here? Eastern checkpoint, okay. So thin some of these guys out here. No, don't tell me the tank is operational. Let's use some of those armor-piercing rounds that we got. Yeah, this level is just crazy right now. All the stuff that we're encountering in this mission. Probably best not to use the Panzerfaust. It's gonna be really loud. Oh, what the? Wait for another sound. Damage the treads, but they're not completely down yet. There we go. Okay, treads are down now. iPhone.
I better find some ammo.
Sorry, everyone. Okay, let's see here. Save these subsonic rounds, and we'll use the regular rounds here. Okay. Make a sound again, generator. Okay, perfect. Okay, all dead. as well use this. Great. He dodged it. Okay, come on. Shot. Yes. There we go. Alarm is taken care of. Okay. That's a sniper. Well, he's being taken care of right now.
Pretty experimental. Should check the body. See what else they're carrying.
Oh no, come on. Well, these guys are hurt, but they're still going.
Bleeding stopped. All patched up.
And he's mine now, okay. Great, more coming in. Man, I've gotten pretty good at these headshots. Okay. Now we search the remainder of the weapons lab and find that, last blueprint. We got one more still coming in. Surprised he survived that shot, but not anymore. Okay. Yeah, do any of these guys have like a med kit or something like that? Okay, two bandages. That'll at least help. I like how when you shoot them, like, now that they kind of, like, limp if they don't go down right away. I do like that, like, you know, level of detail. Should probably check this town over here and these little barracks to see if there's anything useful there before I make my way to the dome. Or actually, you know what, let's first, you know, find that final, like, weapons lab info there, because there's still one more thing that I'm missing, but, you know, what could it be? So I pretty much, you know, looked all over the place. Yeah, we checked this floor. Oh, is this it?
Looks like they're trying to improve on fuel efficiency. Improve travel distance without impacting overall performance. These proposals, the range they're trying to give the V2s, they could hit Britain from Germany if they managed to pull this off.
Okay, let's go see what that, in that little town area. We'll see if there's any objectives over there. I always try to get all the bonus objectives done too while, you know, I'm playing through these missions. Oh no. I know that sound. Or that view. Snipers and like Sniper Elite 5 are, you know, are like much more reasonable to deal with. And like V4, some of the snipers were like really annoying to fight. Like they would just hit you with perfect accuracy. They would never miss. They never had a heartbeat.
Rendezvous's just ahead. Gotta hurry. Kraken's not done yet.
Was hat er überhaupt vor? Hier ist kilometerweit nur ländliches Gebiet. Meint er etwa, die Einheimischen servieren ihm Käse und Wein, wenn sie ihn sehen?
Ich würde zu gern erleben, was die Resistance mit ihm macht. Naja, sagen wir ihm, dass sein Transport da ist.
So apparently one of the guys deserted. What's up here?
Tanks. Kraken doesn't involve these. What's going on here? A shipping manifest should give me more info.
Great, a sniper. Ah. I knew there was probably something important here.
Need more bullets.
Yeah, the guy in the guard tower is probably gonna be the most important. Take out here. 100 meters. Okay, zero in the scope. Take the shot. One bullet. Make it count. This light is just getting in my way here. Oh, that was kill cam with the SMG. Okay, perfect. I knew there was something important here. Glad I stopped by over here. Pretty good at finding these objectives. That's another one down. And it says there's one more over here. Oh, two more. Yeah, a few guys in this area I should watch out. Okay, perfect. Man, I like the Model D. It's a great handgun. Something probably up here. There's like 3 more over there.
Interesting. I can certainly take it.
Reinholds, I paid your admin fees, but I'm still stuck waiting in this damn safe house. We had a deal. You get paid, and I get put on a train to St. Nazaire. Back in Berlin, I was working on space travel, Reinhold. I should be putting our people among the stars. Instead, I'm stuck here. Well, I'm not going back. I won't waste any more of my talents working on Muller's unconscionable projects. If you don't get me onto the next train, Herr Klemf will learn of your side business, smuggling cigarettes and alcohol in on the trains. I'm not messing around.
I'll do this.
A defected Axis scientist is hiding out in an abandoned house. I want to check that out. I'm curious on that. That's what they were talking about, the guy that deserted. Man, this is a great handgun. The shipment records are probably going to be on the SS officer's body. We'll search his body in a moment here. So apparently when you try to knife these guys that are on the guns, like, you don't get a notification. It doesn't... Okay, this guy I could knife, but some of the other guys on the guns I couldn't. The Sten is a pretty good gun as well. Good for being suppressed. Okay, now when I was up on that hill, I shot... Okay. Shot an officer right
This body
here.
might have something useful.
Office key. This is gonna be... Okay.
Shipping manifest. Tanks go from...
To be sent to the Panzer Garage on arrival, June 12, 1944. To all train yard staff, continue on with your exceptional work and find attached the latest shipment information. Due to the Allied advance, we can expect this to be the last shipment for a while. Despite these struggles, we are to continue with business as usual. Any surviving components from Martisac are to be sent to the Lub's staff inside the proving grounds. All priorities be given to any incoming parts headed that way. Our Tigers have been a deciding factor in the field thus far. Kraken won't be the only thing that wins us the war. Brigand then Führer Klempt.
To the weapons lab further ahead. Should grab some recon photos for command.
I'll take photos, okay.
Command will find this useful. Should get another angle for safety.
Probably from the hill. Yep, I was right, the hill, okay.
Alright, got everything I need. Command can put this info to use when they get it.
Okay. Defected, Axis scientist, okay. See, he's probably dead, but, we'll see. Hiding in the house. Okay. Come on, Carl, you should be able to grab that. So he's in that room there. A little bit of a puzzle here. But I can't, like, jump to the ledge from here. It's just, the answer is probably right in front of me. So like, these puzzles to, like, get in these buildings. Oh, this? This is what I have to climb? Okay, I was climbing the wrong thing. Yeah, this scientist is probably dead.
Shot looks self-inflicted. What made him do that? Should look around, see what I can find. Planned to defect, then took the easy way out. Says he stuffed his research material.
Reinhold isn't coming to get me out of here. I don't think he ever was. The Allies are on their way. The war is good as over. Moller's project will fail. I will not waste my talents aiding this failed Reich any longer. I have hidden documents of Kraken's submersible launchers underneath the bridge at the lake compound. I only hope that the Allies find them when they reach this place. Perhaps then my work can help to end this war instead of prolonging it. I know I'll never get far if I try to run. All I can do now is end things on my own terms. I just hope history will be kind to me. So this is, they used an Allied body for this German scientist. A little weird. But where did he hide the documents? I've hidden the Kraken somewhere underneath the bridge at the lake compound.
Why? Should grab it before the Nazis recover it.
We'll get that as we're leaving, but that's weird though. It's just that they just used they used like an American soldier and NPC's body for that. A little weird. So like you can find these little stories around, like, you know, as you like, you know, play through the game. Okay. Okay. Infiltrate the dome. Okay. Find out what Operation Kraken is once and for all, then. Some kind of super sub. Weird, because there's no water here, I just realized. This is inland. So what could it be, then? Huh. This guy. Okay. Don't know where they all keep coming from, but I got him. The dome is going to be on a much higher level. Okay, this is the entrance to the dome. Okay. I'm scared to go in this place. It's massive. Wonder what's in here. That key I looted. Should open this. Yes, perfect. Why it pays off to search, you see? What do we got in here? What is this place?
If Kraken's launch center wasn't in the weapons lab.
Crap.
Somewhere in here. Gotta find it and put a stop to this.
Damn. What is this thing? There's so many enemies. V2 rockets?
Unsere Kräfte sind an der Startanlage zusammengezogen.
What's he carrying?
Sie sind bereit. Hier gibt es nur noch eine Sache zu erledigen. Möllers Auftrag ist von äußerster Wichtigkeit und wird bedeutende Auswirkungen haben. Wenn es funktioniert, werden wir den Rest dieser alliierten Schweine ins Meer zurücktreiben.
Kraken will launch in. Oh. Klemp. Part of Muller's inner circle in charge of security on site. We're gonna get rid of him too.
Schnell! Erstatten Sie Bericht, wenn Sie fertig sind. Dann bereiten wir den Start vor.
He's gonna go too. It's the guy from the notes. We have to be very careful who we kill in here. Very careful. They find one body and it could all be over. Oh no.
Damn it. It raised the alarm.
Ah. Great. Let's get out of here. We're gonna come back in here when we got no alarm. Open. Okay. Good thing we can get in through here, too.
Holen Sie mir die neuesten Berichte von der Front.
Berichte? Stimmt irgendwas mit dem Transport nicht? Gut mitgedacht. Ich schaue sofort nach.
Okay, so we're trying this again, but this time quietly. I want to really mess around in the Kraken room quietly. See if there's any additional dialogue. Satchel charge. This could be useful. Kemp probably has the key. More satchel charges, okay. These could really be helpful. Up there is the control room. If I mess around with something, I bet I can blow the whole thing up quietly. Is that really the only way up there? Is in the middle of that room? That's horrible if that is the case. There's just so many enemies. I can do this quietly. I know I can. Messed up a few times getting spotted, but I really want to get to the top of that room quietly. Damn, who is spotting me? It's that damn sniper over there. He's gonna be a problem. That sniper is refusing to move. How is he still marking me? What's that? Something important there too. Damn, the sniper just isn't moving. Gonna have to take a different path here.
An das gesamte Krankenpersonal, melden Sie sich auf Ihren Stationen. Der Abschuss erfolgt wie geplant. Seien Sie bereit für unseren Moment des Sieges.
Another satchel. This will probably be helpful. This, I can probably break this room apart, but I need these guys to move.
Huh?
Okay. What have we got in here? Oh, they're mentioning Bohm Sniper Elite 4. Oh, there's a V2 in there. Witteman, I'm tired of having this argument when the data speaks for itself. Go have a look at my findings. They're in the war room. If the door is locked, you can always grab the key from the quartermaster office. His safe code is 04057823. If we're aiming for multi-stage suborbital rocketry with those designs, it would be better to scrap the U-boats and put the materials towards multi-stage orbital rocketry. If we can get enough rockets into orbit, not only will we have an arsenal of unstoppable weapons, but we will achieve space travel, respectively. Helldegger. The war room key is kept in the quartermaster's safe. Looks like I might have to go down and kill Klemp. Crap. Okay. Hopefully some of these guys turn around and move. Yeah, that scientist was in my way. Oh no, I hope he doesn't see the body. Please don't see that body. Okay. Great, now the stupid sniper is looking in my direction. Okay.
Kartenpersonal. Seien Sie zu den festgelegten Zeiten an Ihren Stationen und abschussbereit. Wir sind zu weit gekommen, um nun zu...
A lot of guys here. Okay, some more of them taken down now.
That's got to be Kraken's war room. Launch center must be in there. I've got to find a way inside. This isn't adding up. Where's the controls? Where's Moller? Have we missed something?
Okay. There we go. Okay, what do we got
Kraken
here?
was never launching from here. This whole base was just a test site. Saint-Nazaire. That's where the Operation
Saint-Nazaire.
Kraken fleet is. Stealth U-boats, all carrying V2s, targeting New York and Washington. I've got to stop this.
Oh, I know what this is gonna be from the trailer.
I'm afraid Herr Klimt isn't available right now. Can I take a message?
Who is that? Who is that speaking?
Wouldn't you like to know?
The Shadow. You must be Mr. Fairburn, the famous desert ghost.
And you are Abelard Moller, evil Nazi butcher.
You are not the only one with friends in the Resistance. You are a dead man. Do you hear me? A dead man.
Keep telling yourself that, Herr Moller. Because when I'm done here, I'm coming for Operation Kraken. And for you.
This is gonna be good.
Kraken's launching from Saint-Nazaire. Can't head there yet while they have V2s on site. I've got to take them out before I leave.
Saint Nazaire, that's a real
All right.
life city
The V2s
in
that didn't make it to Saint-Nazaire are being fueled here.
Nazaire. If I'm
Got to make them useless before they can be fired on the Allies.
It is a it's a city on the left side of France on the coast. During World War II in 1942, the British did a massive raid into Saint Nazaire. And they had snuck in there with a ship, sent a bunch of commandos in, and blew
What's
up
on his body?
huge amounts of the German harbor. The Germans had a massive harbor in Saint Nazaire. Okay, it's that. Okay. All of these guys here are gonna have to go. I'm gonna use a satchel to blow up in that safe, and if I do it, these guys are gonna get alerted, so they need to go. Looks like this is the entrance to the underground. These guys, you can't melee them from the front unless you have a bayonet.
An das gesamte Personal. Die Gerüchte über Vorstöße der Alliierten waren übertrieben. Arbeiten Sie normal weiter. Halten Sie sich jedoch vorsichtshalber abreisebereit.
Let's go into that office now, blow open that safe. I'll tell you guys something scary about the V2 rocket program. This is how Germany developed these missiles that would just fly over, and they hit even London. They were very advanced, I guess they're classified as rockets, but they were very, very advanced for the time. And the scary thing about this is that a lot of the scientists that worked on the V2 rockets, you know, these guys developed horrible weapons that killed so many people. After World War II, a lot of these scientists were captured by the US, mostly, and they were given very light sentences, almost to no sentences, in exchange for working on NASA. So NASA, the space agency that's in the US, a lot of Nazi scientists were actually responsible for making NASA. A lot of people don't know that. Some pretty dark history there. The same thing happened to the scientists involved in Unit 731. They were a Japanese biological weapons, like, it was a Japanese biological weapons facility. The Japanese did horrible, cruel experiments on people, murdered so many people in China, and the scientists were given amnesty in exchange for their research. So the Japanese scientists during World War II, a lot of them were also not prosecuted. Okay. Blow this up here. I want to see what's in here. War room key, that's it? Okay. So I literally blew up the safe for just a war room key. I thought there was going to be like a document or something in there. Okay. Let's get underground there. Killed everyone in this room quietly. Can you guys believe that? It was not easy. How deep does this place go?
He's carrying something very useful.
Oh, a lot of guys down here, and I mean a lot of guys. I'm gonna take a different way down here.
Schon bald wird die Krake in ihrer Wut die Alliierten zerfetzen und diesen Krieg beenden. Deutschland wird der verdiente Sieger sein.
An das gesamte Personal. Die Gerüchte über Vorstöße der Alliierten waren übertrieben. Arbeiten Sie normal weiter. Halten Sie sich jedoch vorsichtshalber abreisebereit.
So yes, for people wondering, these were real rockets.
V2 fueling system. If I can overload the pressure gauge on these pipes, should set up a chain reaction.
Okay. Let's see here. Overload the pipelines, okay. This looks like one right here, huh? Oops.
Pressure gauges. Overloading these will make something backfire. Just got to look out for a way to set off the fireworks.
Deutschland wird der verdiente Sieger sein.
We're looking for one more. I'm gonna try to avoid using guns unless I absolutely have to.
Haha! Die Alliierten haben keine Ahnung, was sie erwartet. Ich würde gerne ihre Gesichter sehen.
I'm gonna be happy to see their faces when I blow this whole place up. Wait for this guy to move here. Great, he's moving on top of me. I'm really lucky he didn't notice me. Okay.
Schematics. Looks like overloading the pressure valves will cause the whole system to backfire if it's engaged. Better get to it.
There's another valve here somewhere, probably. Oh, there it is. Right below me.
Pressure's off the charts. Got to get to the control room, overload the system, and blow these tankers apart.
Okay.
V2s in here are grounded. Still gotta take out the launch sites before I can leave.
Wonder, can I use this tunnel to get the guidance system? Okay. This tunnel looks massive. Okay, here. Oh no. Damn, look at how big this place is. We'll be trapped this with a grenade. Yeah. Where's this convoy going to? I can't go out through there. I have no chance. If I go out through there, I'm gonna get spotted 100%. I'm not gonna have a chance there.
Main gate. It's heavily fortified. Should look for a way around it.
Or come up behind him. Another sniper, but we'll deal with him. Two in this tower. Okay. I don't know how I'm gonna get through that. There might be a way through the harbor. The harbor might have like a an underground passage. I really hope it does, because that convoy, I don't know how the hell I'm gonna get through that. My god, look at how many vehicles there are there. So watch out, there's a sniper here. Okay, that takes care of that. That was close. Probably wait till he turns around. Oh no. Come Come on, turn around, turn around. Okay. These 3 guys are next. I'm heavily outnumbered, though. I gotta really be careful. Oh, great. What's over there on that dam? Okay. What do we got here? Standard rifle rounds. Okay, that's it.
This'll come in very useful. Must be where the lake launch site is. Got to get in there and take it out.
Oh, this is what I was... 113 meters. This is not a hard shot to make.
Well, if I want that capsule to destroy itself, I'm going to have to find a way to launch it myself.
Launched a V2. Oh, this is gonna be good. And, armory on site. If I can't clear that convoy, hopefully I can find some Panzerfaust. Something to destroy, look at this place. Okay. Even quieter? Okay, we'll try it. Increases damage. I'm gonna aiming for the head mostly right now anyway, so... Subsonic rifle rounds, yeah, I need this right now. No Panzerfaust? Okay.
These controls. The capsule must be operated from here. I can start the misfire with these.
Verpassen Sie dem Recht.
Okay. Let's do this then. Ooh.
I'd call that a success. No one's launching anything from that anymore.
So I was running around thinking what I was gonna do about the vehicles, and then I thought, you know what, why don't I use this? And you guys are probably like, no. No, you're not going to. Yes, I will. Use this for when the infantry moves up to me. There we go. Boom.
Weapons empty. Out of ammo.
Used it for what we could, right? Panicked. Oh crap, armored car. Gotta move. Hit his tires. Stop that thing. Is that a weak spot that I'm hitting right there? Damn, I really wish I had a Panzerfaust right now. No, my explosions are still killing people over there, I see. Another one of its tires popped.
This fella's got something.
Okay, we gotta move up on these guys now. There isn't that many of them left, but there's still a little bit of them to deal with. By SS officer. Mines looks like right there. Okay. Sabotage the guidance system. Oh, it looks like there was a, was there a side way? Oh, there was. I can't believe I didn't see it. But whatever. We wiped them out. Probably something up here.
I should search this body. No more to find here. Gyros are sabotaged. V2's not going anywhere far. Going to have to trigger the launch manually, though. These
They're blowing up another
coordinates,
rocket.
They're aiming at Normandy. Muller's lost his mind. He's fine bombing his own men to push us back into the ocean.
Okay, this is gonna be good. Let's blow up this final rocket. Maybe gotta go up a little bit higher, yeah. Reinhold's, I paid your admin fees. Oh wait, no, that's the V2s are obsolete. Heidegger. I know you've got the best intentions, but we need to be realistic. The Allies are on the continent. If we want to win this war, we need to start thinking pragmatically. We both know a suborbital strategy is the most viable use of Kraken's resources. Besides, until we can solve the fuel mixing problem, an orbital launch is nothing but a pipe dream. We're in danger of the whole facility coming down around us if these valves keep loosening up. The fuel mixture is quite an explosive combination. Respectfully, Woodman. Okay, I guess we could have used that to learn about the fuel valves.
Mission accomplished. Now let's get out of here.
Yeah, this is the longest mission so far that I've played. definitely. Want to retrieve those Kraken documents before we get out of here.
Long grass. It's a better place to hide.
Is this it?
Interesting.
Okay. Early proof concept designs for a water-based V2 launching platform. If the Nazis had turned these designs to fully functional prototypes, then they'll be a key part in the Kraken's arsenal. Each of the launching platforms can store only one V2 rocket. They'll be dragged into firing position by U-boat, where they can dispatch their deadly payload. Command had heard rumors, but they never expected the Nazis to have the resources remaining to create something so experimental. Just how well connected is Moller if he managed to fund something like this? Okay, let's escape. Yeah, we'll escape through the dam then. I remember there was that tower. Yeah, this place. See any enemies to deal with here? I don't see any. Okay. Saw one earlier, but ooh, that's from the bayonet. And bayonet increases melee range, and it also lets you stab elite units from the front. Man, what a long mission, right? Well, the next one is going to be the final mission. Wonder what the final mission is going to be like.
Operation Kraken Research Facility and V2 missiles neutralized. But the full threat of Operation Kraken is now clear. Hitler has set his sights on America. They are preparing to mobilize from Saint-Nazaire. All countermeasures authorized.
So that's that for that. What kind of score did I get? A 0 alarms raised, but 153 kills. Damn. Damn, look at that, right? Detection score 123, but lethal, we did pretty good. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys had a lot of fun on this. I know this was a pretty long part, but I wanted to get everything in the mission. I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care, everyone.